hear my friend. My brown eyes never told no lies. My brown eyes never showed no fear. My friend was 16, he told her collateral damage, had a man shook. And now man speaking Spanish. I could have been a year or more. One more time, I'm probably on tour. Never spent peas on Christian Dior. I'm in the SJD next door. He could have been a millionaire, but he was in a block downstairs. Collateral damage, had a man shook. Streets turn up, boy talk. Collateral damage, had a man shook. Street turn up, boy talk. Yeah, I be anywhere the money is making. Them man are anywhere the distracted by the opposite sex. The balance in the bank is different on vex. And I'm definitely up right now, but I came so close to losing. See me on the beat, I'm cruising. The friendships I'm choosing wisely. If not, take it back like Riley. I'm on a mic and it's beat, don't try me. Respected cause I'm rated highly. It's the same kitchen, just a different scale. Same four walls, just a different tell. Same letterbox, neither one's getting mail. Collateral damage, had a man shook. And now man speaking Spanish. I could have been a year or more. One more time, I'm probably on tour. Never spent peas on Christian Dior. I'm in the SJD next door. He could have been a millionaire, but he was in a block.
You have to say something to me, like we have to have a conversation real quick. Like you really have to. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Benzo, number 1.
Friends, ayy, swerving the I'm tired of shawties that hang with it out on the ground. Oh my god, Warren, like hello, I'm back on my don't sugarcoat, baby. I still want the coupe to be navy or cream color cocoa, like whoa. I need a crib up in Soho, New Yorkie like Biggie. I treat a cello like that, no biggie. Still got a in my city. Hit from the bed, now she testing you miss me. I got bands and it's stuck in my pants, whoa. Feel me? Pockets ain't dancing like Britney. Bands on me can't fit my Izzy's. Dior look good when it fit me. Back in Jakarta, they hope for my downfall. Like come out like that and ass. And they mad. Why you mad? And they mad. Yeah. Pull it with a fit and they mad. Show money bags in my backpack. Introducing one your grand now. Stepping on rap like Roach. I don't trust a with a brand coach. She gon' touch ice while I slow. Ski West Lake game 2 stick once a week.
All set. $250,000 on one stage. $250,000. Wanna come and switch my place. White man in my pocket, no race. Shawty is a fan with a little bitty waist. Bought a new verse, somebody come race. Can't feel my face. They don't wanna work, be lazy.
They just wanna surf, I with a wave. If they told you I ain't tame, man. Do you feel me now? I gotta move. Trying to move fake, no way. Yeah. I just been in my thing. Yeah. Cause the mood on strange. Yeah. Caught me, got it all on tape.
Like a bird when he caught his. The ones that was hating, they ain't make it. Got food on your table before you eat, say grace. Hey man, I'm going #1, I can taste it. I was born up a star on an alien. I'ma sell out arenas in the stadiums. I got my and my family ain't trading them. I ain't let them drown, I ain't saving them. I turn the pain into profit, should be proud of him.
Vision been in my pocket and I'm counting them. Backstage full of people I don't like, so I say amen. Gotta pray for the picker man. Every year gotta change my alias. B.O.T.Y. shawty like the name and the stain to my soul. Had to track my roles while they watch and they mad. And they mad. And they mad. Pull it with a fit and they mad. Show money bags in my backpack. Introducing one, yo.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday afternoon presentation of NBA basketball, right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining. From the sideline. The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Harden's shot is off. And the Clippers, one of the more efficient three-point shooting teams, Greg, in the NBA.
And Kevin, really over the last decade, that's been one of their most consistent traits. And it's not just because of talent. They're smart about the shots they take.
I mean, few guards absorb contact as well as Holiday. In fact, he often delivers as much punishment as he takes.
Injuries have hampered Paul George over the last few years, but when he's healthy, he's elite.
Greg, he's still a go-to option offensively, who can guard the league's top wings. And as he's aged, he's really embraced a leadership role.
We're approaching the trade deadline, GA. How do teams decide if they're a buyer?
It comes down to goals and really your timeline. So some teams make deals to try to push them over the top this season. Others might find a player they love and trade for him with the future in mind.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
You have to stay on your toes while guarding Kawhi. He can put you on your heels in a hurry.
On the wing, Holiday. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Now, here is Harden, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Clippers moving the ball around. Man. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. Nice D from Porzingis.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Back to Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Tatum with it. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Off with the layup. Here's Mann, and he goes in for the dunk.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And here's Holiday. On pass to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Love what Paul George is doing right there, is spotting those wide open guys.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porzingis has got his second basket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Tatum. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so Harden will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Mason Plumlee. And it's White missing. Here's Harden. To the paint, Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flashing his athleticism yet again. The claw is looking strong inside.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
LA timeout.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Celtics trailed by 4. Tatum deciding where to go with it. A 3. Boston again missing.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Holiday with the block.
Terrific two-way player. Drew Holiday not giving an inch, and he sends that one way back.
Back to Brown. In the corner. Tatum with it. Brown outside. Pocket 6. Boston. No good that time either. Leonard inside. White with the defensive effort. The 3 from Tatum. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and they're focused.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
In the 2016 and 17 drafts, GA, Boston ended up with the 3rd pick overall both of those years.
And they nailed those picks, getting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum back-to-back, setting up their franchise for years.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Back to White. And load management, a term, Greg, that's been associated with the Clippers.
And Kawhi rightfully managing his return from ACL injury with care. It's harder to build chemistry when guys are out, but it's all about staying healthy for the postseason.
And both free throws good for White. And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, Greg, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
Screen by Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Puts one up from 19. And the jumper falls for him. Tatum's got his second bucket.
Oh, good work from the mid-range there. Tatum likes taking that shot when he can create space.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's White. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the middle. Here's George. Some solid defense from Brown. Outside Holiday. The Clippers grab the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down if he is that
open. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And here's Brown outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That one on George. And Greg, the massive contract extension for Jaylen Brown this past summer, for a time, the richest in NBA history.
And you gotta pay to play, or in this case, to contend for titles. With Tatum and Brown, the Celtics have that opportunity.
Down low. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his first bucket in this one.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Out to White. On the wing, Brown. Over George. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Clippers in the lead. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Clippers have their sights set high. Coach Tyronn Lue says this is definitely a championship team. It's not going to just come. We've got to put the work in. There's got to be a lot of sacrifices. If we come together and do the right things, we definitely have a chance. Kevin, back to you.
And David, he's a big reason why. Thanks so much. Pass to Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Inside. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Here's Tatum. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
And they've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Steve, this current Clippers group, they're changing the identity of this franchise.
Hey, Kevin, you know this. For a long time, they couldn't get right, winning just one playoff series during their first 27 seasons in L.A. Now the Clippers expect to make postseason runs.
Tatum on the wing. Back to Holiday. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Al Horford, Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard.
Here's Brown. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. 6 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Goes back up. Horford. The kick out to Brown. Takes the 3. That doesn't go either for Brown. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
4-team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Terrence Mann, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Boston has possession. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Right side Horford. Shoots over Leonard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the Clippers miss again. Brown outside. 4 seconds left. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Pass to Holiday. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. For Boston, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Outside Holiday. And with the rebound. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
The Celtics with the lead. Holiday with it. Brown outside. White, good. White's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Boston.
And Brown is a very unselfish player, always willing to whip the ball over to an open teammate.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Count it, and the foul. It's going to...
That mean they even colder than before. I got the mighty Joe.
Overall pick for Wizards District Gaming. You're watching 2K TV.
It's another episode of NBA 2K TV.
We hope you are enjoying Season 4, and to get your weekend started, we're going to give you a chance at earning some VC.
And all questions and the VC you earn are presented by Sour Patch Kids.
First up, Sour Patch Kids are sour and they're sweet, kind of like losing the NBA Finals, but winning the Finals MVP award.
Which has only happened one time. So, who won the award in such unique fashion?
Was it Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jerry West, or Willis Reed? If you answered Jerry West, enjoy that VC. But despite losing the finals that year, Jerry West earned redemption and won an NBA championship years later. What year did that happen?
Was it 1972, 1974, 1976, or 1978? If you head over to the Lakers arena, you'll see the banner, the championship banner, one of many hanging up in the rafters, Alexis. Right up there, right up there. Beautiful. You mentioned you have friends on Washington. What advice have they given you about entering into the 2K League?
Just not to be too high or too low. You got to stay level-headed and just enjoy the ride.
First, they're sour. And then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
A new generation of professional NBA 2K players were drafted last week into the NBA 2K League. We caught up with a few of them after the call. Here's our conversation with the #1 overall draft pick, Benzo. The #1 draft pick in the NBA 2K League 2024 draft is here, and his name is Benzo. Benzo, welcome to 2K TV.
What's going on, guys, man? I'm happy to be here.
All right, so you're headed to Wizards District Gaming. What was the feeling like when you heard your name called as the #1 draft pick?
You know, joy and relief, you know. I've been knowing. I got some friends on the Wiz, so, you know, I kind of knew this was coming, but, you know, just to hear your name called, I feel like, you know, for an NBA player, you know, like Wemby, right? He was going first. He knew it, but, you know, I'm sure he was still happy when he went first overall. So, you know, just to hear my name called, it's kind of like a, you know, just a blessing.
Now, I've heard a lot of things said about you, even generational player. What does that pressure feel like, having so many people look up to your stick skills coming into the league?
You know, a lot of people say that, and I don't think pressure would be the right word. At the end of the day, it's a video game, and, you know, I'm just happy to do, you know, what I enjoy doing for a living, you know, so, you know, I'm happy to be here.
Talk a little bit about your 2K game. What do you excel at? What do you like to do out there on the court? Introduce yourself to the rest of the 2K family out here.
I come from a basketball background. You know, I played point guard my whole life. High school, middle school, you know, AAU, all that stuff. Kind of the same way I am on the game. I like to get everybody involved, you know, be a leader. And, you know, just do basically whatever I can to win.
You mentioned you have friends on Washington. What advice have they given you about entering into the 2K League?
Just not to be too high or too low. You can go on a losing streak, you can go on a winning streak. You still got to come in to work every day and produce, you know. You got to stay level-headed and, you know, just enjoy the ride.
Talk a little bit about your history in 2K. When did you start playing, and when did you start playing competitively?
I started playing 2K around like COVID time. Everybody was inside, so, you know, I had a lot of free times on my hands. I had an Xbox with me, so, you know, and I always loved basketball, so I just started playing there. I started playing competitively, I'm going to say, like 3 years ago. The rest is history.
What helped build your confidence up? Was it playing in tournaments? Was it playing with other pro players? Like, what got you to this level to become the #1 overall pick and have that level of confidence? I could use some confidence, so I need some of the advice, Benzo.
When you're playing against the best people in the world, you know, when you're staying in close games with them and you're beating them occasionally and stuff,
Oh, say